Defense Headquarters restates commitment towards ending terrorism insurgency. Ukraine says demilitarization of its occupied territories underway. Before the news in detail, here is a special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. Good evening and welcome to ABS Evening News. My name is Chinyere Ikoreke. 12 different types of improved economic seedlings, totaling 7,000, have been distributed to beneficiaries of Anambra State. Federal Government International Fund for Agricultural Development Value Chain Development Program across the 8 participating local government areas. The seedlings are avocado pear, obono, English guava, bitter cola, sweet and ordinary oranges, among others. Agri correspondent Chibuzo Obidike for the report.
Inaugurating the distribution exercise tagged Establishment of Tree Planting and Woodlot Plantation in Oka, the Anambra State Program Coordinator, FGN IFAD VCDP, Mr. Nnamdi Aguncha, explained that the beneficiaries are farmers that have processing centers. Mr. Aguncha urged them to plant the seedlings at their processing centers, developed land sites, markets, and intervention areas in replacement of the trees felled during project execution, while also stating that the seedlings on maturity can serve as a source of revenue for them and the state in general, absorb the carbon dioxide generated by their production machine, and produce oxygen for a healthy environment. Mr. Aguncha maintained that they can also serve as windbreakers and protect their structures. He also emphasized that the exercise was aimed at supporting the government agenda in establishing palm plantation and make Anambra State green to achieve a clean environment.
Push down trees, we encourage them to plant, especially economic trees. They can plant their palms, oil palm, and even coconut. This will also support the state government's agenda.
The Anambra State Environment Climate Change Officer, FGN IFAD VCDP, Ms. Joy Nwabweze, noted that the distribution of the economic seedlings was targeted at achieving the socio-economic mandate of Governor Chukwuma Soludo.
The aim of giving the farmers these seedlings is for, climate change mitigation and also a greener environment.
Responding, some of the beneficiaries, including Mrs. Ifeoma Nzelu from Ochuche Umuodu, Ogbaro Local Government Area, Mr. Paul Chukwualoka from Umbaku, Oka North Local Government Area, while testifying that the economic seedlings were disbursed free despite their economic values, affirmed that they will surely aid in revenue generation and as well mitigate effects of climate change. They also defined Anambra State Federal Government IFAD VCDP as a life changer because of the numerous benefits they have recorded from it, especially building their capacities.
Serve as windbreakers, and eventually when they grow to produce their various fruits, we can harvest and sell and smile to the bank, as our SPC has told us earlier today.
As the new academic session for nursery, primary and secondary schools is around the corner, students in Anambra State have been reminded that education is the greatest weapon they can use to change their world. This formed the views of some critical stakeholders during an interview with education correspondent Queen Anbogo.
Lady Peace Chukwu, secretary to a non-governmental organization, advised the students not to relent in their efforts, but rather study harder as they begin the new section, noting that when they are dedicated to their studies, it will open doors of opportunities for them. She cited the 4 Anambra students who represented Nigeria at the Malaysia-Nigeria debate, who came tops, saying that it was because they were very serious with their studies. That was why they were able to achieve such feat. Lady Peace gave a thumbs up to the Anambra State government for making remarkable impact in the education sector of the state, and explained that their foundation partners with the Anambra State government in uplifting education as they give scholarships to students who deserve it.
Foundation offers students scholarship. At the initial time, we enrolled both nursery. So you can imagine from nursery up to tertiary institution. So we have nursery, primary, secondary and tertiary institution. So if your child comes in as a primary school student, automatically the scholarship it runs to tertiary level and any course of the choice in the institution, so long as you keep to the policies of this foundation.
In her contribution, the Speaker, Anambra State Children Parliament, Right Honorable Victory Ekwinife, congratulated all the students who did well in the previous section and called on those who did not do well to get up on their feet, shake off the dust, and continue the race, as that is the only way they can win. She faulted the notion that school is a scam and maintained that it is only in the dictionary that success comes before work, and encouraged the students not to overlook the God factor as they burn the midnight candle while reading their books. Speaking on the Healthy Living School Club initiative of the governor's wife, Mrs. Nonye Soludo, Right Honorable Ekwinife noted that the initiative will not only teach students about healthy living, but will also help curb drug abuse, cultism, and their likes, and called on everybody to help give the initiative a greater footing for a livable and prosperous Anambra State to be actualized. Queen Anibogo reporting for ABS News.
The Special Assistant to Governor Chukwuma Soludo on Security, Mr. Solomon Onwemene, says Governor Soludo is highly passionate about the health needs of Indianambra. He made this known during a free medical outreach organized by the National Association of Nigerian Nurses and Midwives at Obafemili, Awka North local government area. Health correspondent Chibuzo Okoye completes the story.
Before the commencement of the exercise, the team had delivered health education to Ndiobo family. They were equally diagnosed on cervical cancer, high blood pressure, and others. Speaking during the exercise, Mr. Onwemene, who was highly elated over the medical outreach given to his people, thanked the association for a job well done. He noted that many people are living with one form of illnesses or another. They could not visit the hospital because of paucity of funds, but the exercise has given them the opportunity to be attended to, even as he commended the governor for the ongoing construction of Amansie Benebe Ubenu Obafemili Road.
Ụfọdụ wecha ọya dị iche iche ha bu n'arụ mana ọya agbakọcha ego ọya atụ n'ụlọ ọgwụ ma ihe ndị ọzọ ọ bịala ya arụ ọsị ka mịa ka ya n'ụlọ uwe mana ya bụ gọvanọ anyị o metulie n'obi ihe ndị health had they comfortable, they balanced. The
Anambra State Chairman of the National Association of Nigerian Nurses and Midwives, Mrs. Edith Onwuka, said that the free medical outreach is part of the activities to celebrate International Nurses Week, which is to offer free medical services to the people. Mrs. Onwuka revealed that they came with optometrists, nurses, among other health experts that we consult in different areas, including free cervical cancer screening, and asked Ndiobo family to always visit their health centers and stop buying drugs from quacks, and that they will also give out delivery kits, free eyeglasses, among numerous other things.
We came here with doctors and we came here with nurses, so we are all going to consult in different areas, including free cervical cancer screening. What we are trying to do is to bring health services to the doorstep of the people and also save them that money in their use to pay for drugs.
The traditional ruler of the community, Igwe Ezekwesili Madaguna, thanked the team for the exercise and appealed to government to send them a visiting doctor, while a beneficiary, Mr. Roland Madabushi, prayed God to bless their benefactor.
Before I ever was on Soludo solution, Papa, from Oka to here now is about 40 or 45 minutes. So I always any reason why a doctor should not be visiting this place. I need a visiting doctor that will always be here. I'm going to 2 or 3 times in a week.
From Obafemili in Awka North local government area, this is Chibuzo Okoye for ABS News.
In a bid to address long-standing grievances, selected youth from Oko community in Orumba North local government area have organized a peaceful protest against the Federal Polytechnic Oko, accusing it of neglecting its corporate social responsibility in relation to ongoing recruitment processes at the institution. Correspondent Emmanuel Chibata reports.
The protest saw the community's youth marching from the Civic Center to the Polytechnic's main entrance gate to express their dissatisfaction with the institution's actions, displaying a variety of placards with messages such as the management of Federal Polytechnic Oko neglected the principles of corporate social responsibility, give Oko community its own slot, and our youths deserve better. The protesters voiced their frustration at being sidelined in their own community. Speaking, Oko Youth President Comrade Chimezie Ezokeke and a stakeholder, Comrade Chimebere Ezokoye expressed their disappointment in the Polytechnic's management, citing a history of employment opportunities being offered without any consideration for the community or its youth.
Employment has been going on. No slot to the community, no slot to the youth, to the mothers and all that. So that's why we are tired of it.
Other youths, including Pastor Osita Anwunobi and Mr. Collins Nwafo, emphasized the importance of adhering to the Polytechnic Acts, stating that as the host community, Oko should be given its rightful share in any recruitment.
As host community, providing land, providing its space for the school, we think it is reasonable, rational, convenient that in such a serious appointment as this, the community must be considered.
Another stakeholder, Mr. Okechukwu Igwilo, the public relations officer of Ezioko Village, Mr. Arinze Obala, and a youth, Mr. Tochukwu Ezokafo, underscored the urgency of addressing the plight of Oko youths, claiming that the institution had been taken over by outsiders, leaving the local youths without job opportunities. In response, on behalf of the Polytechnic Management, Deputy Rector Academics, Dr. Uche Onyebu, pledged to engage in a dialogue with the community's youth to address their concerns and uphold their rights in accordance with the institution's responsibility. Emmanuel Chibata for ABS News.
Law Students Association of Nigeria, LAWSAN, Southeast Zone Convention has ended the third edition of its zonal convention with a call on law students to become tech-savvy to avoid being packed off the digital world. The convention, which held in Agulu, Anambra State, had in attendance law students from different higher institutions across the Southeast region. Queen Anubogo reports.
The theme of the convention was Building Bridges, Navigating the Future of Law. In his welcome address, the zonal director of the association, Mr. Darlington Honor, explained that the convention is not just a mere gathering, but a vibrant platform that allows law students to expand their knowledge, engage in insightful discussions, and cultivate networks. He also said that as they embark on an exciting journey at the convention, they should remember that their collective knowledge has the power to shape the future of the legal profession. On the launch of the first edition of LAWSAN Southeast magazine, The Voice, Mr. Honor revealed that the publication will serve as a reservoir of legal insights, students' achievements, and noteworthy contributions for the legal community, and expressed the hope that it will be a source of inspiration and information to all.
A vibrant platform that allows students to expand their knowledge, engage in insightful discussions, and cultivate connections.
In her remarks, the chairperson, Southeast Zone of the Association, Ms. Chisom Obi, said the theme of the convention is to build bridges not only among law students, but as well as between law students and other professionals outside law.
The purpose of this convention is to create an avenue for networking for law students to learn and to also engage in various panel sessions where they can also learn.
Speaking on judicial process in Nigeria, Ms. Obi stressed that the judiciary still remains the hope of the common man and appreciated all the participants and those that supported the association to make the convention a reality. In her paper presentation, Justice Chinyere Ani of Enugu State High Court, speaking on the title, Harnessing Technology for Contemporary and Future Legal Practice, told the participants how she jolted the Enugu State Judiciary out of its analog mode to digital mode by ensuring that processes filed in the courts are done electronically, which has become the order of the day among her judges and lawyers. Justice Annie, who spoke visually, encouraged the law students to leverage on information technology, noting that training in basic computer is very important, though costly, but the benefits surpass the cost. Also speaking, the Special Assistant to the Anambra State Commissioner for Lands, Barrister Anthony, said that information technology has taken over a lot of things in the legal profession, and at the end of the day, those that will remain relevant in law firms are those people that have the capabilities to compete in the technology-driven world. Other resource persons who spoke during the events were Mr. Samuel Anieto, Barrister Amaka Ezuno, Barrister Oyetola Atoyemi, senior advocates of Nigeria, among others. others. Highlights were experience sharing by some of the law students, who include Amanda Jeff Nwabweze, Jessica Omuzulike, David Ame, and the launch of the first edition of Lausanne Southeast magazine, The Voice. Queen Anibogo reporting for ABS News.
Still to come on the news tonight, Defense Headquarters restates commitment towards ending terrorism insurgency. Ukraine says demilitarization of its occupied territories underway. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. Stay with us.
Look at these high-quality Quaker oats. Delicious in taste, good source of fiber and energy. There is no denying. Quaker Oats is an amazing start to your day. Quaker Oats, goodness that lasts. Look at these high-quality Quaker Oats. Delicious in taste, good source of fiber and energy. There is no denying. Quaker Oats is an amazing start to your day. Quaker Oats, goodness that lasts. Look at these high-quality Quaker Oats. Delicious in taste, good source of fiber and energy. There is no denying. Quaker Oats is an amazing start to your day. Quaker Oats, goodness that lasts.
Welcome back, and if you're just joining us, you're watching ABS Evening News. Defense Headquarters has reiterated its commitment to continue to recruit, train, deploy, and solidify its effort at ending terrorism and insurgency across the country. The Director, Defense Media Operation, DMO, Major General Edward Buba, who stated this while clarifying issues at a press briefing on the ongoing military operations, said perpetrators of the insurgency and terrorist activities are using it as a guide for their personal gain through illegal mining and other unlawful activities. Ekwe Ajide of our Abuja Bureau completes the story.
The briefing, which focused on activities of the military in the past 1 week, reflected the commitment of the military to end terrorism and insurgency in the country as various operational activities showcased success in the anti-terrorism story. According to the DMO, the upsurge in the anti-illegal oil bunkering operations by troops of Operation Delta Safe in the South region has yielded desirable outcomes, as indicated by the appreciable improvement in the country's daily crude production. He said that during the course of operations in the week under review, the military neutralized 151 terrorists, arrested 456 terrorists, and 45 perpetrators of oil theft. The troops also rescued 76 kidnapped hostages and denied oil thieves of the sum of 1,11,851,250 naira.
During the operations in the last 1 week, the military neutralized 151 terrorists. Troops arrested 456 of them, and arrested also 43 perpetrators of oil theft. Troops also rescued 76 kidnapped hostages and denied oil theft of the estimated sum of over 1 billion naira.
In Abuja, Princess Ekwe Ajide reporting.
On the foreign scene, Ukraine has identified the ships hit in its attack against a Russian naval base in occupied Crimea, claiming the vessels are beyond repair. The attack in Sevastopol marks Ukraine's most ambitious strike on the port since the war began and comes as Kyiv stepped up missile and drone strike on the peninsula. Andriy Yusuf, a representative of the Defense Intelligence of Ukraine, said the landing ship mix and the submarine Rostov-on-Don has been destroyed in the attack. Both had been undergoing repairs at the time. Speaking to Ukrainian media, Yusuf called the destruction of the landing ship an irreparable loss to the Russian Sea Fleet because, as he claimed, Russians do not produce such ship any longer. He added that the Defense Intelligence does not want to get into the details of what weapon was used to hit the Shirad, but that the demilitarization of occupied Ukrainian territories is underway. In sport, Luis Rubiales has entered the Madrid called to answer a criminal complaint over kissing Spanish player Jenny Hermoso. Days after resigning as head of Spain's Football Federation, he walked into the National Court to face accusation of sexual assault and coercion. Mr. Rubiales, aged 46, insists he had the footballer's consent as she celebrates Spain winning the Women's World Cup. The court will decide whether the case goes to trial. Spanish state prosecutors have formally lodged a criminal complaint against the former president of the Football Federation, which will be heard behind closed door by Judge Francisco de Jorge. Spain won the Women's World Cup in Australia on 20th August, but the team's victory has been overshadowed ever since by Mr. Rubiales' action during the celebrations after the final whistle. That's the news tonight, but remember that you can follow news and programs on ABS from any parts of the world by liking our Facebook page at Anambra Broadcasting Service. Subscribe to our YouTube page at ABS Television Oka. On Twitter at ABS Radio TV. On Instagram at ABS Radio TV. You can also log on to our website at www.absradiotv.com. The main points again. FG has distributed 7,000 seedlings to Anambra farmers. Stakeholders have tasked students, pupils on hard work as they resume school. Defense headquarters have restated commitment towards ending terrorism and insurgency. On the foreign scene, we told you Ukraine has said demilitarization of its occupied territories are underway. To end the news, here is a special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. Thanks for staying there. My name is Chinyere Ikoreke. Good night.